done is I've taken a small thin piece of wood and I've created a wedge. The first problem we'll have is, if you see here, see how this is going down on an angle. I have to lift this up so it's even to begin with. And once I get that piece in there, and I glue it in, it's stationary. It's going to be strong, so I'll be able to sand it good. The first thing I have to do is get this in here and glued on very well to the wood, so it's like one piece. Don't forget, the problem with this neck is it's twisted to begin with, so this could be all part of that connection to the twist in the neck when they were working on the guitar. Let's get that glue on here after I got it cleaned off. Just a little dab will do you. To make sure I get it on the right side. Otherwise it's going to make more work for me. Get that in place. And let me take some cork. On both ends. Put a piece of wax paper on there and a cork on top of that. Okay, that should work enough to get that down there and hold that there, so I'll let that dry overnight. Okay, so the clamp is on there. I can let that dry overnight, and then I can come back on tomorrow, level that out, and put this new nut on there. So it's the morning after, and I left this on overnight. Let's take it off. See what we have. I didn't put a lot of pressure on it. It didn't require that much. Should work just fine. There you go. Well, as we see, what I did here is I put a little shim in there. Got it down as far as I could, but the problem is once the wood becomes so thin, just a little pressure will crack it. So at a certain point it's just better to get the wood on here and glued down. Right now I want to get in the ballpark of where this nut's going to be. We just want to put it on the tip and keep it at a 90-degree angle. And that's going to give me a rough idea of where I need to be. Now, if you can see that, there's more on this side than this side. This is pretty close. It's still a little bit too high. But the first thing we got to do is level this. So I took a board with a piece of 120 and glued it on there for such things. It's very level. And I can bring it in here and go back and forth. Now the sandpaper might be, at this point, might not be enough. So I might have to get myself a file and go from there. So I'll start with my file here. And just go slowly. Don't need to be in a hurry. And I can see by looking here and here whether the file is level or not. I want it angled this way just a little bit, and I'm keeping my finger here riding along the edge there so it doesn't hit the headstock. I can check this and see if this is moving any quicker, and it is. So I'm going to keep going like this till I get it level, and then when I get close enough, I'm going to switch over to this little block that I use double-sided tape to put some 120 sandpaper on, and use that. Okay, we see how that's working now. Once I get to the level that I want, then I'll smooth this out here so this lies flush, and this will lie flush as well. Okay, so that's how I deal with a twisted neck and a nut that's going in crooked.